welcome back to my channel. In today's look I wanted to show you guys how to get a really fresh bright spring look with tons of color, and I wanted to show you how to get really fresh dewy spring skin that still covers good without getting cakey or just too greasy looking. So if you guys are interested in learning how I created this makeup look, then please keep watching. Please ignore this ratchet hand right here. This is from Cream Contouring. It looks like, you know, let's not go. So if you guys are interested, give it a thumbs up, share if you like it, and continue watching. So obviously the most important part of getting fresh, radiant, spring-like skin is prepping it. Your foundation, your makeup, you can buy the most expensive line of foundation, the most dewy, luminous one, but if your skin is not properly prepped and properly hydrated, nothing's gonna go on fresh, nothing's gonna go on smooth. It's all gonna look very crepey, so you wanna make sure you're hydrating your skin and you're prepping your skin properly. To start off, I'm going to start by prepping with my Genifique Youth Activating Concentrate. I seriously love this stuff. It is actually like a skin treatment, but it does add radiance to the skin. So it sends signals to the bottom layers of your skin to get it working properly. Literally, it helps with radiance, it helps smooth out fine lines, pores. So I just like starting with this, just prepping my skin because it just automatically puts my skin in a better place. Once I prep with the Genifique, I further correct with my Visionaire corrector. This stuff just helps kind of smooth out any fine lines or pores and it instantly makes your skin feel like a baby's bottom. Press that into my skin just to get it nice and smooth. Like I said, these two products are more of an investment, but they are skin treatments. So you literally notice it changes your skin and just kind of repairs it. For the final, most important step, you definitely want to moisturize. Today I'm just going to go in with my simple replenishing moisturizer. If your skin is more on the drier side, I would probably use a more hydrating moisturizer. So now we are almost done with the skin prepping. The final step would be to just go in with a primer. If you find that your skin isn't super oily, you might not even need a primer, but I'm just going to go in with my NYX Pore Filler, and I'm simply going to concentrate this on my T-zone, just because that's where my foundation tends to break up the most. So I'm literally just taking the smallest amount and just pressing that kind of here. Next, I'm just going to go in with my Lancome Macé Clay Concealer in the shade Camé, and I'm going to go over any spots, any of my acne scars that are peeking through, because if I conceal them first, it'll allow me to use less foundation, which will allow my skin to be less cakey. And what I really like about this concealer is that it blends really nice into the skin. Literally, it melts right in so that it looks just like skin, which is honestly hard to find in some concealers, but it still covers good, which is kind of weird. Since allergy season is around, my eyes are super puffy and I just get super dark circles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my MAC Orange Concealer here in my corrector palette, and I'm just going to put that right under my eyes to cancel out the blue or dark undertone. Another great product to use would be the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in a salmon shade. Anything with like an orange or red undertone will do a great job of canceling out the blue undertones under the eyes. Boop, 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 boop. Making weird sound effects. And then you just want to blend that out. And I'm going to quickly prime my eyelids using the same Macé Clay Concealer. So I'm starting off by buffing Peach Smoothie by Makeup all in my crease using my Morphe M504 brush. This is going to work as a transition shade. I know I use this shade in almost every single video, but it is a must for this one because I'm going to use more warm shades for this look. So I'm just buffing them all throughout so they have something to blend into. Then I'm taking Fiesta by Morphe. Honestly, it's not showing up as true to color on camera, but it's a true coral, like a bright pink coral shade. I'm taking the same brush and buffing that all throughout my crease in windshield wiper motions, keeping it a little bit below the Peach Smoothie, but you want to make sure to blend it so that everything's nice and smooth. Then I'm going to go in with Brick by Morphe. Again, this one's not showing up as true to color. This is like an orangey coral, but it's showing up on camera as pink. I'm taking a more smaller blending brush. This is the MAC 224, buffing that just below where I placed the shade Fiesta, back and forth. And again, you want to make sure you just keep blending so that there are no harsh edges. Then I'm taking some more of Peach Smoothie and I'm just putting that around the edges so there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going to go in with Gold Status in my Custom Buxom palette. These shadows are amazing. I'm packing that all over that first third of my lid using my MAC 242 brush. It's a synthetic hair, so it really allows that to shine and it just packs it all on. Next, I'm taking Bold Bling in my same Custom Buxom palette. It's like a more deep, rich gold. I'm putting that on that outer third, kind of blending that into Gold Status. And I'm going to feather that the closer I get out to my outer V. And just lightly feathering that into the more coral shades that I put there. Then I'm going to take Cola by Makeup Geek and I'm going to take my MAC 221 brush. I'm going to put that in that outer V and I'm going to buff that up into the rest of my crease. I really like this brush because it's very small and precise, but it's still fluffy and blends everything really nicely, but then it allows you to pack in color too. It's a really amazing brush. And I'm just going to keep this shade below where I place the other shades in my crease. So next for foundation, I'm going to go in with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I recently picked this up and I love this for a nice spring look because it gives me a nice fresh dewy finish, but it's not super glowy, which is really good for my skin because like I said, my skin can be dry sometimes, it can be oily. So this does a really good job of giving me a nice lit from within look without making me look greasy when my skin does have it. It is sheer to medium coverage, so you definitely have to build it up. If you feel like concealer doesn't cover your skin enough, another good alternative would be the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. This stuff, it gives you a nice kind of, it's not a super glow, but you do get that nice like satin finish, but it's full coverage, so it does a good job of covering if you have a lot of really heavy acne. This does a good job of covering without getting cakey. Another few choices that you could try out if you are more on a budget is the L'Oreal Lumi Foundation. This gives you a nice glow. It's sheer to medium coverage, and it's like $8. I really like to push the foundation into my skin. That way it gives me good coverage without me having to build it up too much, and then it just melts right in so that it doesn't get cakey. Next, I'm going to quickly cream contour using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Dark Cocoa. So I'm just going to quickly go in with a foundation brush and put this all over the areas I would normally contour. I like doing the cream contour because I feel like it blends in a lot smoother and doesn't get patchy. And then when I set it with the loose powder, it kind of just diffuses everything together without it looking like an obvious contour. So I'm also going to put this on the sides of my forehead, jawline. I look real cute. So I'm just going to buff this in using my Sephora Flawless Face Foundation brush. I really like this brush. Just buffing this in circular motions upwards. You don't want to drag it down because then it'll make the skin look muddy and then it will defeat the purpose of contouring. To conceal the rest of my face, I'm going to use my Double Wear Waterproof Concealer in 2W Light Medium Warm. And I'm also going to go in with my Double Wear Brush On Glow BB Highlighter in Soft Pink. These two together, amazing. My under eyes, I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Banana Setting Powder. At my under eyes, I'm gonna mix the Anastasia Contour Powder and Vanilla, and I'm gonna concentrate that close to this area. Since it has that pink undertone, it'll help further correct the blue so that there's no blue peeking through from my dark circles. And then I'll set the rest of my T-zone with the banana powder. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to mix my L'Oreal translucent powder and my Absolute loose powder. This powder literally gives you the most airbrush finish, and it's not like a regular powder. It literally melts right into your skin, so that way you still get that glow, but it's still setting your makeup in place. But since my skin's a little bit, can be oily sometimes, I'm going to mix this in with the powder in a lid, so that way it'll also help kind of control my oils. So literally what I do is I take my Laura Mercier cap, pour some of the L'Oreal loose powder in there, and then I take the Absolute powder. So I swirl those two together and I literally come up with like my perfect loose powder formula. Start buffing it in circular motions upwards. When I buff it in circular motions upward, it sets the skin lifted so that you literally get the most airbrush flawless finish. You can do this with any powder. Literally just take a brush like this and buff it circular motions upward. Your face will be looking flawless. I like my face a little bit more chiseled. I'm just going to go in with Fawn by Anastasia and just further contour just a tiny bit on my I'm going to quickly fill in my brows off camera just because you guys know how to fill in your brows. Everybody does it differently, so I'll be right back. So now that my brows are filled in, I'm just going to highlight under it using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take that purple shade and I'm going to put that all along here. I'm going to take that bright gold that I put in that first part of my lid and I'm going to use that to highlight that inner portion. I'm going to create a slight wing using my NYC liquid liner. Sorry, my camera died. So basically what I did was I finished my wing, then I prepped my lashes with my Punk Volumizer mascara. This I got in my BoxyCharm and I love this. I really focused that especially on my lower lash line. That way you get that really open kind of like spidery look on the lower lash line. And then I went in with my Salon Perfect Demi Wispies. You can use any sort of wispy lashes or whatever lashes you would like, or preferably no lashes if you don't want to put false lashes. For blush, my favorite springtime blush has been Summer Fling. It's like a nice bright pink, but it doesn't go on super intense. It literally gives you the nicest flush of color. And I'm just going to start buffing that on my cheeks. And then right on top of that blush, I'm going to go in with Milani Luminoso. It's like a very soft golden peachy shade. And then to actually highlight, I'm going to go in with the one and only Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics, because this is just the ultimate springtime highlight. You can honestly use any eyeshadow that you like that's shimmery as a highlight, but you definitely want to add just a little bit of glow to the top of the cheeks. If you find that you have very large pores or acne and you don't want to enhance that by putting that shine, literally just wrap it around the eye area here. That way you still get that highlight, but it doesn't bring forth any of your imperfection or deep pores. So next to line up my lips, I'm going to be using Mar Giordano lip liner in the shade Baby Berry. I'm going to fill in my lips using the NYX Matte Lip Cream in San Paulo. On the center of my lips, I'm going to go in with Neon Coral by Anastasia. And then to top it, I'm going to go in with Sunset Strip, the lip gloss by Anastasia. Just put that on the center. And there you have it. This is my complete spring makeup look. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if any future videos that you would like to see. I plan on doing some prom makeup tutorials really soon since prom is coming up. I know I already have appointments booked for like April. Oh, it's coming. It's literally right around the corner. Subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more videos. Share this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!